And our main topic of today has to do with Adam Schiff, which many believe to be one of the greatest criminals of the 20th century. And we are not talking about guns or nothing of the sort. No, this is much more sophisticated. You remember the Russia hoax? You remember all the lies, all the collusion, all this stuff that is about to explode? Well, we already know that Kash Patel is the director, brand new director of the FBI. He's going to be, well, let's say that taking his magnifying glass to find out all the shenanigans that has been going on with the Federal Bureau of Investigation through decades. And including that, Dan Bongino, the legendary NYPD, also Secret Service officer, and also legendary podcaster and content creator. That's pretty much let's say that he was already very knowledgeable of everything, because content creator sometimes is so small. I think Dan Bongino is beyond that. The guy is a legend. He's a bona fide legend. He is the deputy, has been named deputy director of the FBI. So he's basically the operations of the stuff. Kash is going to be the director, and Bongino is going to be the one who oversees the operation. The oversees that things get done, and I could imagine somebody, more fit for that. As he reposted Donald J. Trump saying this: great news for law enforcement and American justice. Dan Bongino, a man of incredible love and passion for our country, has just been named the next deputy director of the FBI by the man who will be the best ever director, Kash Patel. Dan has a master's degree in psychology from CUNY and an MBA from Penn State. He was a member of the New York Police Department, New York's finest, a highly respected special agent with the United States Secret Service, and is now one of the most successful podcasters in the country. Something he was willing and prepared to give up in order to serve. It's something that we need to acknowledge as a podcaster, as the biggest podcaster in Rumble, and one of the biggest. I think he's the biggest, we could say, conservative podcaster. I don't know if he wants to be called like that, but he must be, bagging it solid dosh. Okay, so he's making pausing that to serve his country. So for that, we salute you, Mr. Bongino. You're still one of America's finest. Working with our great new United States Attorney General Pam Bondi and Director Patel, fairness, justice, law, and order will be brought back to America, and quickly. Congratulations, Dan. And why is Adam Schiff being named so many times? Because Dan Bongino has named him in this context a lot of times. And thank you, Big Fish. Oh boy, went back to watch Dan Bongino's last broadcast, and Adam Schiff is in hot water now. Hot water is an understatement. This is going to be just wonderful to watch.
Particularly good mood today. If you only knew. You ever hear that House on Fire song? It's one of his old songs. This guy's on fire, just like the Bailey song. That house on fire. He is on fire, Schiff. Well, 100% success rate of failing. Why is Adam Schiff so worried?
Oh, Adam Schiff is so worried that he is. I'm gonna say it. I wrote it down and I said, no, this is too bad. This is like a dad joke. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it. He's shifting his pants. Oh, I said it. Bad joke, right? Let's continue.
Folks, I strongly encourage you to go back and take another look today at the Russia collusion hoax. I know it's a story that's old and a lot of people want to move on. I'm going to be straight with you. I don't want to move on.
Yeah, it's like Obama's birth certificate that it's, let's say, how to say this? It turned out to be fake, it seems. Allegedly, I don't see the confirmation, but the 1 hour forensics of Obama's birth certificate, was really convincing in many ways. So, yes, there are many things that no matter how much time has passed, like JFK's files that are about to be unsealed, Yeah, it's no matter how much time has passed, we wanted to know, right? We absolutely want to know.
We had the FBI in conjunction with the Department of Justice, officials in Congress, foreign governments, and intel people fabricate a story, invent a story that could have caused and done serious long-term harm to international relations with a nuclear-powered foe. It's kind of a big freaking deal.
Yeah, this is important. This is not only about, oh yeah, because this is only about Trump, that his reputation, and he was going to be harmed about this, and what is the big deal? Why, if everything was clear in the end? No, because you were poking the bear. And you know which bear we were talking about, the Russian bear. And that was something delicate, and they were hell-bent on that. Adam Schiff was instrumental in being hell-bent on poking that Russian bear to the point that, well, it's no matter, I don't care what happens to America as long as Donald Trump somehow gets smeared and all that was all fake. So this has to be investigated to the full extent of the law.
I'm not letting it go. And you listen to me. This is going to be very important in the coming days. I'm not letting this go. I want to find out what happened, because it can never happen again. Not to a Democrat, not to a Republican, not to a Libertarian, not to any United States citizen. You do not get to alter or try to change the course of electoral politics by fabricating a story, hijacking the justice system then to give the patina of truth to a fake story.
That was wonderful. Even the patina of truth to a fake story. I'm going to steal that. I'm stealing that 100%.
You don't get to do that. Why do I bring that up now? Because who is the ringmaster of that circus? Yes, Adam Schiff. And no, I'm not letting it go.
Yeah, we need. I need to put a button. I need a button to trigger the Walking Dead choral meme. Oh no! This is gonna be good. And we also have this clip of Cash, the Cash himself, shared by Elon Musk. Saying that Adam Schiff is essentially one of the greatest criminals, not of recent times, but not so recent.
Adam Schiff is the worst criminal in Congress in the last 250 years. Adam Schiff went to the podium day after day after day saying, I know nothing about this. We're not going to discuss it. We're going to protect it. And then Adam Schiff, led the prosecution of the impeachment trial in the Senate of President Donald Trump. Talk about someone who was conflicted out of the game because he was part of the hoax that brought Charmella in, manufactured that false accusation, and then peddled it out to the world, and he continued, not surprising, he's lied about almost everything in his life. But now he lied just to set up a presidential impeachment. And that's what I was talking about, these disinformation campaigns. He should be investigated because he lied to the world about his interactions with Charmella, who is a whistleblower, and I can't stress it enough, that started a presidential impeachment.
So we're talking at levels of danger, and levels of conspiracy, and levels of evilness, of being, hell-bent on destroying not only the president of the United States, but the country itself, because you don't care about anything and you just go for it. That is Adam Schiff, and not in a good way. I'm not gonna say it in a positive. Oh, he was gung ho and this. You have to copy that approach to everything. No, I'm going to say no in this case, because one thing that is very important to consider is, what are your motivations? What were your motivations, and how protected? This is the important thing. That's why Dan Bongino doesn't want to let it go. How protected could Adam Schiff feel that he knew that he could get away with this? Now, one thing that we know is that history told us, at least up until June 2024, that the Democrats, the demon rats, that as some call them, libtards, I call them sometimes, they absolutely believed that Donald Trump could not be president, and I've told you many times, could not exist, in fact, after July. They know that what they did in that debate with Joe Biden was catastrophic but they had, the solution, but they never thought, they really never thought that Donald Trump could make a comeback. Not only make a comeback, but win in the legitimate way that he won, the popular vote and everything else. So these people are, I'm going to say it again, shifting, all of them. It's not only Adam Schiff, they're shifting their pants right now. And the thing is, how can we, this is the most important thing, how can we prevent this level of weaponization of power, of actual power in Congress to destabilize executive power at the top level executive power? You have the perspective, you have the opportunity of making everything so transparent that this never happens again. And I need to talk about something. You remember that I stressed that many times before the elections in the 20 policies that Donald Trump was pushing for. The policy number 19, I never forget that because I know how important it has to be clean elections, fair elections, is that Donald Trump already tweeted, shared on Truth Social, that elections should be in the same day and should be with paper ballots. And I'm going to tell you one thing, my wonderful body language buddies, my common sense crusaders. The USAID scandal, that all those libtards have been screaming to the top of their lungs that how could you not send money for trans operas in I don't know, the other side of the globe? How dare you? All this that has been happening with the deportations. Oh no, how are you deporting people? How are you treating like this? There's also even an ASMR video of people in shackles and, entering these planes for deportation. How can you be so inhuman? I'm telling you, the topic of elections, same-day elections with paper ballots, that is going to trigger the liberal. Trump hasn't really gone into that yet. There are many things that are, let's say, more urgent. It has to be done at some point. He has already mentioned that. But that is going to be the actual meltdown of Democrats. They're going to say, why? That, for example, states like California are going to say, no, we are not going to request any kind of identification for voting or that. And that is nonsense. I've told you so many times. That is nonsense. Oh, no, we still need months to count the votes. Hey, I'm talking at you, Arizona. Yeah, that you. I'm talking to you. Arizona and California, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you just need more people counting the paper ballots that you're going to be voting with. And when paper ballots are approved, and they will at some point, all hell will break loose. I mean, this is the thing that after Kash Patel, this is what I think, after Kash Patel was confirmed 51-49, which is as close as it can get. Well, if it was 50-50, we know that J.D. Vance, as president of Congress, would have done the obvious thing. But 51-49, but he was confirmed. And if Kash Patel was confirmed as director of the FBI, we already know that anything is possible. But these people 100% know that is the start of their downfall. That's why we see Diddy's attorney just running away, because they know that all the information they have, I don't know if they can, if they can destroy evidence without, being, criminally prosecuted. I'm pretty sure that destroying evidence is a criminal offense. This is going to be something very bad. But if Kash Patel which was my 20% prediction of happening, was confirmed, then rest assured that paper ballots and same-day voting can happen. Because through the FBI, I think this is the order, the right order of things happening. You need the FBI to begin cleaning house from within, not only Dodge. You know that Dodge is doing all this, the part of the money, but the FBI is going to clean house the part of the, let's say, the government's bodily fluids. I don't want to be as graphic, but you know that this is going to be gross, okay? Not actual bodily fluids, but you know what I mean. So after that, the United States of America are going to realize who is who in every single corner of the government. And after those midterm elections, then we are going to see real change. This is something that's going to happen. This is going to happen. And that real change, I'm going to tell you, one of the most important changes is that securing elections. Once you secure and make elections transparent, you, my friends, you, my American friends, will we get a sigh of relief. You can be relieved, because that is the single most important thing, so you can be sure that no matter what are you going to vote for or when are you going to vote for, you know that your vote actually matters. Oh, well, who cares about that? They're going to steal that with the machines and this and such and such. That is the idea. That is the idea to make people trust the voting process again. That is so important, because that's why it's so hard to make people register to vote, which is the single most important thing. That's what people like Scott Presler has been like the Superman of making people, registering people to vote Republican. And he is aiming even for California, to flip California to red, which would be quite an achievement. But all that, I'm telling you, all this is interconnected. All this is interconnected, and all the steps are being worked one step at a time. We could be a bit, impatient. Okay, we did everything at the same time. We cannot have everything at the same time. If you rush the process, maybe you will not get all the results that you wanted. Right now, with Trump's cabinet, everything is possible, and we will be there to cover that. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments.